I'll see you guys later.
Freshies.
What's up everybody, welcome to the video. We're in Dubai. It is currently 35.5 degrees and it's 5 p.m. It is sweaty Mickey out here. I am hot. I think everyone can safely say I am hot. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to show you how, if you've got a shit gym and if you have not got access to a gym often like we do at the moment, I'm going to show you the best options, the best things to do, and how to work around it. Obviously I'm coming back from my appendix, so it kind of works hand in hand really, because I can't train 5 days a week at the moment anyway. So we're aiming for 3 sessions over the 7 days that I'm here, and I'm going to be working full body. That's enough for now. I'll show you in the gym what's going down.
Should have turned the music down.
He looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd, oh so loud, he opens his mouth but the words won't come out. He's joking now, everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, overblown.
Oh no.
Go away. Go away.
Pre-workout iced coffee. Cool. So actually not a bad little gym. It's still pretty shit. It's obviously still pretty shit, like there's no free weights. Oh, there is some free weights. 22 kilos are gonna get massive. As you guys know, I can't really do, I can do a lot more than I could maybe probably like a week ago. I'm pretty much better. See the bruises nearly gone, which is great. So we're gonna do a full body workout. We're gonna start with upper body and then we're gonna go into our lower body. We're probably gonna do 1 chest, 1 shoulders, 2 back, 2 legs, maybe some arms. And then the next session will be like leg first, and then we'll see how it goes. But it's not too bad. I think we can get some good weight on here. Let's see how we get on. Guys, comment down below. Big game good or not? This is 11 weeks. Guys, when you're doing these workouts for a full body, it's important to warm up each individual body part as you go. There's no point in me doing a full upper body half a upper body workout and then going straight into legs. I need to warm up my legs as well. So we're doing upper body first. We're going to warm up our rotator cuffs. We're going to warm up our lats, and then just before we go into some pressing, we'll warm up our chest as well. So even if you're doing like a split, like an upper lower split, or even if you're doing a push split and you've got chest to go and shoulders to go, make sure you warm up both your chest and your shoulders. And don't just use the pump from the chest to say, okay, my shoulders are warm, because that is how we get injuries, guys. And I'm not in the business of getting any more fucking injuries, so I'm going to be warming up well. So we're going to open up our scapulars, open up our rotator cuffs, infraspinatus, supraspinatus, and everything in the back of the shoulders. And then we're going to superset that with just some pullovers just to get some blood flowing, nothing to failure, just getting some blood moving. A lot of you might find is when you go to these hotel gyms is that the weight just isn't heavy enough. I've pretty much slacked every machine in here so far, but something that you can use to your advantage is time under tempo, time under tension. So whereas normally we might go 1, 2, 3 and then 1 up, we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 up. And that extra bit of tension just adds, in theory, it adds more stress to the muscle, and it allows more stress to go through the muscle, which allows more muscle breakdown, which allows more damage to be done and more recovery to be done, and then more muscle to happen. So there's always a way, guys. I know the weights in all these gyms probably isn't the heaviest, but you can make it heavier. So make it heavy. and don't cheat yourself, because it's super easy just to go like this, but it's super hard to make it a lot slower. When you're doing these full body workouts, I think it's very important to realize you're not going to be able to do the same volume that you would do in like a push session, for example. So we're only going to do 2 sets on the shoulder press, and then we're going to do 2 sets maybe on the chest press, maybe some lateral raises if we're feeling it, maybe just 1 drop set. Because the thing is, we're going to need to recover in order to hit a full body workout again, not tomorrow but the day after. So if you're pushing your volume too high today, you're not going to be able to recover well. You're not going to be able to put maximal effort into that next one. The idea is not to be sore, maybe a tiny bit sore tomorrow, but if you're absolutely wrecked and the DOMs are super high and you can't recover for the next day, you've done too much. And I know people say, oh, if you're not sore, it didn't work. That's bullshit, guys. That's absolute bullshit. The whole thing is about progression over time, and not worrying about getting sore, because sometimes you just don't get sore. And in fact, it becomes inherently inefficient to get sore because you need to be able to put maximum effort into something. There's no point just demolishing your legs, still being super sore, and I've been there, and then think, fuck, it's leg day again. It's not efficient. You can't put the same amount of effort in as you could do that first time. So reduce the volume so you can continually hit like maximal efforts for just 1 or 2 sets here and there. And the way that I always describe this to people is to start with really low volume and then just slowly add in sets until you can't recover anymore, and then you know you can just take away 1 or 2 sets, and then you know you're pretty much where you can recover. You want to do your maximal recoverable volume. So it's a process, so just take the time to do it. Volume can be absolutely abused sometimes, so aim lower, work up. I'm basically replicating a hack squat here. I'm super lightweight, and I'm going to see if I can move some blood into my legs and keep my core nice and relaxed. So this is a way you guys can hack squat without an actual hack squat. We're going to get into normal squatting position, your feet are going to come slightly forward, and you should be able to go from there. So watch and maybe try it as well.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
So, yeah, that didn't work. Too heavy for the machine. I was going to put plates on it. Floor is proper slippy. I didn't want to risk it, especially this. Like, that hurt when it moved. I had to pull myself in. No go. So we're going to switch to extensions and curls. I can lock myself in, no core. Still pump some blood into these because I've had no blood in them for 2 weeks now, so probably going to do 2 sets, maybe a drop set, and we're done. Guys, you enjoying this beautiful view post-workout? Something that I've learned kind of over the last, I think when did I learn this? Maybe like 2 months ago. I was listening to a Mind Pump episode. If you guys don't follow Mind Pump on the podcast app, follow them, because they're fucking, like, they're literally making strides in the industry. They are top notch. And they talk about this sympathetic and parasympathetic state. It's essentially when we go into our fight or flight mode, you know, so our bodies are heightened, our hunger hormones drop, digestive enzymes in our stomach drop, and we're not focusing on digestion, we're not focusing on anything but fight or flight. And essentially we put ourselves into that state when we work out. So if we're still in that, like, post-workout, you know, you're still in that state. Your body doesn't know that you stopped right now. You can't just flip a switch and tell your body that it stopped. So the way to come out of that is to just take 15-20 minutes to just relax and don't do anything straight after. The first thing we normally do is just pound a protein shake, pound some food down. And our bodies aren't primed for that. Our bodies aren't ready for that. We're still thinking about fight or flight. So take some time after your workouts luckily I get to look at this. You know, it's absolutely beautiful. But just take 15-20 minutes, sit down, breathe, bring everything back down into that parasympathetic state, and just relax. And it will just calm the body down, bring the adrenaline down, and it will just start back and going into that parasympathetic state where we can digest food again, and we can get on with that day. So that's something that I've learned, even though I didn't reiterate it very well, but that's something that I've learned, and that's something that I've started to do after my workouts, is just to take 15-20 minutes and not even think about eating. Sometimes I go an hour without eating and I don't even worry about it. So maybe try to do that, guys, because it's super calming. It's very nice to take yourself from that heightened state of fucking yeah, just killed this, to just into that zen place. So that's what I've started doing, and what a place to do it. So that's my little tip for right now.
For your healthy eating vlog.
Yeah,
Have pizza.
my fitness channel, health and fitness channel.
So guys, end of the day. It's about 11 o'clock. Just chilling, watching some Netflix, and the dog's here. Hello, Maxie. Hello, little puppy. So I thought I'd finish off with a little bit of like what's going on in my head a little bit, because I feel down just because of like the whole thing that's been happening. Obviously I had that 8 weeks off pushing, which kind of set me back a long time because of my tendon strain, and now obviously the appendix. So actually, like today was the first session anywhere near close to failure in over 3 weeks. I did one other session before I came out to Dubai, maybe 2 other sessions, but nowhere near to failure, just moving blood around really. And it's like, it's fucking annoying, because I lost like 5 kilos now. Like I weighed myself at night yesterday and I was 98.3, and any of you guys have been following me know that I was like 103.4 or something like that. So I'm like 5 kilos down, and it's like, is that muscle? Is that fat? Is it food? Like, how much of my strength has gone? How long is it going to take me to get it back? And it feels a bit like, have I just like wasted all this time? Not wasted. Have I just thrown away, or has all this effort that I've been putting into this fucking thing that I do for the last 6 months gone? Am I going to have to? How hard am I going to have to? How hard am I going to have to work to get it back? But it just feels like a kick in the nuts, and it feels like I've been taking so many steps forward, and I've just had all those steps taken away from me, and it's very frustrating, and it does get to me. That's the realness of it. Yes, social media portrays it pretty cool, you know, like I'm fine and things are going well, but the reality is that, you know, we do have ups and we do have downs, and I'm on a down at the moment, but it is what it is, you know. I think you've got to deal with these things the best you can. Usually for me, it means surrounding myself with great people, which has been the case lately, and just dealing with it. I don't know. I don't really know how I deal with it, to be honest. I don't really have a thought process for it, but I just thought it'd be interesting for you guys to know what's going on in my head, because it's the realness is what it is. It is a kick in the nuts, and it does feel like I've gone back 2 months and I've lost all this weight. Yeah, it's gonna come back, and of course, like, I'm gonna get back to be stronger than ever. But it's like, that's gonna take another 2 months, and it's like I've just been putting in so much work, and I've put my body on the line every single day, force feeding myself, forcing growth into my body, going to the absolute limit to try and grow, and then 3 weeks and it's like undone. It's 2 months done. It's very, very frustrating, guys. But I think my process that I've put in my head is that I'm going to be very responsive to training when I do bring up that intensity, so that's a plus I can take. I think also when I bring food back up, I think I'm going to swell straight back up again, and that's what I've got to take, guys. I've got to find all the positives in the sea of negatives right now, because those negatives, they will drag you down to the bottom and they will drown you, and I think that's very, very easy to do, and I think if you're on your own, it's even easier to get dragged down. So find those little lines of positivity and just climb them, and just stay on them, because there's no time to be negative. You know, have your moment. Last night I had my moment. I had like 15-20 minutes of just like going over things in my head and feeling pretty down and kicking myself and, you know, why does this happen to me? Why does this bullshit happen to me? All that kind of stuff. But like, take your moment, but don't extend it. There's no need to extend it. There's no need to make other people feel it either. I know that's the thing that people do, is they project their own problems onto other people. Don't do that. It's your own problem. Deal with it. Just take your time to process it, make a plan, and don't look back, because time wasted it's not worth it. Life's short. We're all gonna die one day. Don't waste time dwelling on things for too long. I think it's important to dwell, and I think it's important to reflect. I think it's important to understand what's happened and to make a plan moving forward, and that's what I did yesterday. So that's just what's going on in my head at the moment. Maybe you guys can understand. Maybe you guys have been in a similar situation. Other than that, guys, we're all good. Like, I feel really good today. Like, yesterday was almost like rock bottom, and then I woke up like new, you know, just the only way is up from here. So trust me when I say the best version of myself is still to come. So we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Felt good. I still feel it. I still feel the pain, but we're nearly there, guys, and it excites me. So we're coming back. That's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. The likes have been crazy, the support's been crazy, the views have been mental, the subscribers are growing. It's crazy. I never thought I'd be in this position. So thank you, guys. Peace.